Lost in the vast blue emptiness of the Pacific Ocean lies a kingdom that most of the world has never heard of, a place where ancient Polynesian traditions still shape everyday life, where whales migrate through crystal clear waters, where volcanoes rise from the sea, and where a royal kingdom continues to survive in the modern world. This is Tonga. A nation of more than 170 islands scattered across one of the most remote regions on Earth. A country so isolated that many people struggle to find it on a map. Yet hidden within these islands is one of the most fascinating cultures in the Pacific. A story of explorers, warriors, kings, volcanoes, and survival. Welcome to Tonga, the forgotten kingdom of the Pacific. Where is Tonga? Far from the world's major cities, far from crowded continents, and far from the busy shipping routes of global commerce, lies Tonga. Located in the heart of the South Pacific Ocean, Tonga sits east of Fiji, south of Samoa, and north of New Zealand. The kingdom consists of approximately 170 islands. Only around 40 are permanently inhabited. Together, these islands stretch across nearly 800 kilometers of ocean. From the air, Tonga appears as tiny green dots surrounded by endless blue water. But these islands hold a history far greater than their size suggests. Because long before Europeans crossed the Pacific, long before maps existed, Polynesian navigators had already mastered these waters. They traveled vast distances using only stars, ocean currents, wind patterns, and extraordinary knowledge passed down through generations. Their achievements remain among the greatest feats of navigation in human history. The first islanders, thousands of years ago, the ancestors of modern Tongans, began one of humanity's most remarkable journeys. Traveling across enormous stretches of open ocean, these early Polynesian explorers settled islands scattered throughout the Pacific. Eventually, they reached Tonga. Archaeological evidence suggests people arrived here more than 3,000 years ago, bringing with them farming techniques, fishing skills, and cultural traditions that would shape the region for centuries. Life was never easy. Resources were limited, storms could be devastating, and isolation meant communities had to depend largely on themselves. Yet these early settlers thrived. They built villages, created social systems, and developed a culture deeply connected to the sea. Over time, Tonga became one of the most influential centers of Polynesian civilization. Its influence extended across vast areas of the Pacific, connecting distant islands through trade, marriage, and cultural exchange. The rise of a kingdom. Unlike many Pacific nations, Tonga remains a kingdom. In fact, it is the only Pacific island nation that maintained its indigenous monarchy throughout colonial times. For centuries, powerful chiefs controlled different islands. Eventually, these leaders united under a centralized authority, creating what became known as the Tongan Empire. At its height, Tonga's influence reached far beyond its shores. The kingdom established relationships with islands across the Pacific. Its seafarers traveled enormous distances, and its rulers commanded respect throughout the region. Even today, the monarchy remains an important part of Tongan identity. The royal family continues to play a symbolic role in national life, reflecting traditions that stretch back hundreds of years. In a world where many ancient institutions disappeared, Tonga preserved something rare, a direct connection between its past and present. Life on Tonga Tapu. Most Tongans live on the island of Tonga Tapu, the largest and most populated island in the kingdom. Here stands the capital city of Nuku'alofa, the political and economic center of the nation. Compared to major global cities, Nuku'alofa feels remarkably relaxed. Life moves at a different pace. Traffic is limited, people know their neighbors, and community remains central to daily life. Family is deeply important in Tongan culture. Multiple generations often live close together. Relatives support one another, and community gatherings remain a regular part of life. Religion also plays a significant role. Churches can be found throughout the islands. Sunday is treated with special respect. Many businesses close, and families spend time together. For visitors, this slower pace can feel refreshing, a reminder that life does not always need to move at high speed. Compared to major global cities, Nuku'alofa feels remarkably relaxed. Life moves at a different pace. Traffic is limited, people know their neighbors, and community remains central to daily life. Family is deeply important in Tongan culture. Multiple generations often live close together. Relatives support one another, and community gatherings remain a regular part of life. Religion also plays a significant role. Churches can be found throughout the islands. Sunday is treated with special respect. Many businesses close, and families spend time together. For visitors, this slower pace can feel refreshing, a reminder that life does not always need to move at high speed. The ocean that sustains life. For Tongans, the ocean is more than scenery. It is survival. For thousands of years, fishing provided food and income. The sea connected islands, enabled trade, and shaped daily life. Even today, many communities maintain strong relationships with the water. Fishermen head out before sunrise, returning with catches that support local families and create some of the most beautiful underwater environments in the Pacific. The surrounding waters are home to extraordinary biodiversity: sea turtles, tropical fish, dolphins, and migrating whales. These ecosystems support both nature and people, making conservation increasingly important for the future of the kingdom. Swimming with giants. Each year, something extraordinary happens near Vava'u Islands, thousands of miles from the icy waters of Antarctica. Humpback whales arrive in Tonga, seeking warmer waters to breed and raise their young. For several months, these enormous creatures transform Tonga into one of the world's premier whale-watching destinations. Adult humpback whales can reach lengths of nearly 60 feet, yet despite their size, they move through the water with remarkable grace. Visitors often describe encounters with these animals as life-changing. Watching a whale emerge beside a small boat creates a powerful reminder of nature's scale. For Tonga, these seasonal visitors have become both a natural treasure and an important source of tourism. Paradise above and below. The beauty of Tonga extends beyond its beaches. Beneath the surface lies an underwater world filled with color and life. Coral reefs surround many islands, creating vibrant ecosystems. Divers and snorkelers explore underwater caves, coral gardens, and crystal-clear lagoons. Visibility can be extraordinary, allowing visitors to see marine life in remarkable detail. The waters surrounding Ha'apai Islands and Vava'u Islands are particularly famous. Here, reefs support countless species, from tiny reef fish to larger predators. The health of these ecosystems remains vital for Tonga's future, not only because they attract tourists, but because they support fisheries and protect coastlines from erosion. The power beneath the sea. Although Tonga appears peaceful, powerful forces exist beneath the ocean. The islands sit along the Pacific Ring of Fire, one of the most geologically active regions on Earth. Volcanoes and earthquakes are part of life here. Many islands were created by volcanic activity. Some continue to evolve today. Nowhere is this more evident than Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai, a volcanic island that captured global attention. Its dramatic eruption reminded the world that nature remains incredibly powerful. Ash clouds rose high into the atmosphere. Shockwaves traveled across the globe, and communities throughout Tonga faced enormous challenges. The event demonstrated both the beauty and danger of living in this remarkable region.
A culture of resilience. Throughout history, Tongans faced cyclones, volcanic eruptions, isolation, and economic challenges. Yet they endured. Resilience is woven into the national character. Communities support one another. Families remain closely connected, and traditions continue to provide stability during difficult times. Visitors often notice the warmth of the people. Hospitality is highly valued. Guests are welcomed, stories are shared, and relationships matter. This sense of community has helped Tonga survive challenges that might overwhelm larger nations. Because in Tonga, strength often comes from togetherness.
Far beyond the world's headlines, beyond the crowded tourist destinations, lies a kingdom unlike any other. A nation of islands scattered across the Pacific. A place where ancient traditions remain alive. Where whales migrate through tropical waters. Where volcanoes shape the landscape. And where people continue to live closely connected to the ocean. This is Tonga, the last Polynesian kingdom, a forgotten paradise hidden in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. And our journey has only just begun.